Make Me Garden is a green startup of Hyderabad which is majorly dealing with experimental gardening and making gardening activity a part of lifestyle through its unique products and services. The team believes in addressing the environmental issues with the fusion of modern trends to make it acceptable and meaningful to the people of today. The vision is to inspire and motivate every being on the planet to master the art of gardening and translating the green hobby into a deep rooted passion. And the mission is to enrich human life with green touch and promoting green habits for a sustainable and happy living amidst the hectic and stressful urban life.
Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to welcome our guest, Rohit Gale, CEO Make Me Garden, to our first club conversation with a changemaker. The theme is A Word with World. Welcome, sir.
Hello club. Very happy to be a part of this very special meeting. Actually, we were quite busy and hectic with Beach Bappa all around, but the invitation from the Pineapple Paloma Club is quite interesting. So we thought that we'll make it here because it's always about encouraging the young people and growing together with them. Thank you so much for the introduction.
Welcome, sir. I'd now like to invite our member Samskruti to initiate the interview.
Hey Rohit, how are you?
Hello, doing absolutely good and quite energetic today to be here, and so nice seeing you all being right here.
Same here, the pleasure is all ours. So I would like to ask you, how did all of this start? How did Make Me Garden start for you?
Make Me Garden is just a very common idea that has popped up overnight. Like all startups have a very accidental inception.
Yeah.
We were very simple. We have a very humble team who are all under 25, and we just went to nurseries and places, and we were looking around for people, and we felt that gardening had a quite different meaning of what we knew and what people were actually doing. So what people technically do is something called as scaping and maintenance, but what we do is technically called as gardening. So our complete 1 year has gone into searching the definition of gardening, and we came out with a perfect meaning that what actually gardening means, and it is simply growing a plant from the seed is gardening, and anything done from the plant stage is just the scaping, maintenance, or whatever name you would like to give it to. And we are very happy that we have got the clarity before we actually took it off to the next very level, and we are right in front of you now.
That's really nice to know.
Okay, so I have a question. How did the whole process start? What was your first project and how did it go?
Yeah, it's a very good question. Initially, we started this company as just that good business where we try to provide gardening supplies and all these things, but projects and considering trends, as most of the people are into Instagram, Twitter and whatnot, you see a word called as trend. When there is trend, it means that it is going to sell. So we started using this trend word for our business, and we felt that there should be something very powerful that will catch the eyes of the masses who are looking to have a message of gardening in a very subtle form. So we thought that we should have one single project where we will take this ahead. So we started Beach Bappa, and that is where our first project began with in 2019, that is last year. And we came up with this idea of having a Ganesha and having seeds in them and giving a coir pot, because you see most of the players giving a plastic pot. We felt that we should be quite eco-friendly and different compared to them. And it's the same old formula in the new bottle of wine. So it's as simple as that. So we just wanted to make it more eco-friendly and close to people, and that's how it started. And I think this is the only one project we have done till date, but our creative and indigenous projects are quite different. Like we try to make seed calendars, we make seed cards, we make kits, and there are a lot of other products we are trying to come with into the market.
So I would like to know, how can we celebrate the Ganesh Chaturthi festival eco-friendly, more in an eco-friendly way?
Ganesha festival is technically, according to me, starts from within, because it's always the spiritual touch that is something that people are attracted to. So spirituality begins from within. It's always upon you how you are planning to celebrate your festival. I would say just having a simple photo of Ganesha. You all have one photo of Ganesha at home. So just use your two hands and pray to him with a very peaceful mind. I think your messages will reach better than making some noise and disturbance. And because he has so many problems to listen all over the world, I think you disturbing him to pay attention to you is a bad idea. So, but people like physicality. We like human beings. We like touching people, hugging people, and showing our love. So yeah, you definitely want to have Ganesha in a physical form. So I would suggest you top three. I would just not go with my business or my plan, but I would say that to have a very eco-friendly Ganesha, have one is the clay idol. You have a seed inside. You have just the clay. It's absolutely fine. Or not, try to upcycle your Ganesha. Make it from some existing raw material waste. Like I would say that go with coconut fiber, go with the dried leaves, or go with paper. The newspapers can also be molded into Ganesha. Mumbaikars have already showed a lot of ideas to us. And the last one is technically I have seen yesterday. I got a WhatsApp forward, and it was a chocolate Ganesha. So they told me that they are making a 10 kgs chocolate Ganesha, and they're like doing an immersion in milk, and they're distributing that milk to some needy people. So I think that is the best way, and a very very subtle way of making Ganesha's message reach to the people, and also keeping the environment happy.
Right.
Hello, sir. My
Hello.
name is Siddhi Naik. I would like to ask you, like, if your the Make My Garden startup or like the organization comes up with other environment-friendly products as well.
Yes, like Make Me Garden is technically a company where we ensure that we infuse seed in every product we use. Like it is like we might have even a single paper, but we'll ensure that there are seeds infused in that. So to give you a brief idea about what kind of products are we looking into it, so as we had the MC reading out the speciality of Make Me Garden, so we technically have something, a line which says that we want to make gardening a hobby rather than some business or some serious issue or a serious affair. We want to make gardening a very very fun activity. So it should be, first the idea is it should be very affordable when it comes to people, because people choose fun because it is very affordable. You go to a movie because 150 rupees for spending time for 3 hours, good AC, good hall, good environment. You love movies and you love stars because they are giving you sasta entertainment. So when you want to make gardening a very very fun affair, you have to make it sustainable and easy, affordable for people. So the basic product we have is a seed pencil. We start with a seed pencil where you can afford it at just rupees 10 when you're buying at a retail, because usually these are upcycled products. They usually don't come at a very low cost because they're not made from new items. We ये पूरा तोड़ जोड़ के बना है, तो you see that there's waste paper brought from somewhere else, seeds bought from somewhere else. We make it a bundle and then we make a pencil out of it. So that's the reason it costs a little premium price, but I don't think there's more premium than the love for nature. So I think people end up spending more on that. But yeah,
rightly said.
yes.
Yeah.
So we start with a pencil. We started with a seed paper, a seed gratitude card, a thank you card, wedding cards, and from there we also have something called as gardening kits, which have cocoa pods, which have soil, seeds, and whatnot. We just wanted to make it a very fun affair for the person choosing Make Me Garden, and the hardcore business goes on. We have the big kits where people choose 22 to 32 grow bags. They start at their home. They want complete abundance, and some people just want a startup to kick off with the gardening thing, and we cover both the millennials and the elderly ones at the same time.
I have a follow-up question to this. Hi Rohit, first of all. So my question is that we stay in a very small flat. So what is the idea of gardening when one is supposed to, like, if you are asking us to buy a pencil or something like that? So how can we use it as a hobby, like the gardening thing? Because if we have a huge abundant space, it's obviously a good thing. But then in our congested flats, it's very difficult to do that.
Yeah, technically, when I call it a hobby because technically people will find it very difficult and hectic to start with something. Like people are very much they assume things to be over than ordinary. They are technically like we can do so much, we can do a plenty of lot things, but trust me, when people take too much on their plate, they fail. It's very simple. Like I have seen personally, I had close to 100 clients serving till date, and they have all chosen big kits from me. And very sadly, the statistics are that 60 people fail out doing gardening because they took too much on their plate. Yes, you want abundance, but what is the homework did we do to get that abundance? There is absolutely no practice we have done till date. So when you're a kid, for suppose, if let's assume, we all go back 20 to 30 years back later, like or let's go back to time and let's see that, for example, your father, mother, or somebody has bought you a pencil, a seed pencil, and he gives then he'll tell you what I should do with the left out nib. Then they say go plant it. Then they're like, oh wow, how to plant it? Then there are so many questions arising out of it, and slowly the child starts getting used to the process. And when tomorrow really comes, when he's ready, from childhood he has been doing a hobby of gardening indirectly, using his pencils. By end of the day, become a hobby to him. He gets a wedding card from some family. It becomes a gift to him, and he does gardening from that day again. So this has become a hobby for him. Now he has nothing to do. All he has to do is when he's some 25-30 years of old, he's ready to do his own gardening. I think by the end of the school, he'll become some gardener or scientist by end of the day. So that's my idea of seeing it.
So it's an added advantage that you buy a pencil, you get a hobby.
Yes.
Yeah, you start with a pencil and you all of a sudden become a gardener. So that's how this process is turning people into.
Rohit, so how are you making Beej Bappa available to people across India, like during the pandemic especially? So is it just in Hyderabad or like all over India?
Yeah, I would like to answer this. Technically, Beej Bappa is something that we started only for Hyderabad, but the demand has been out of nowhere that we could supply close to 7,000, 8,000 kits in just 1 month. So how did this happen is technically that we just put up a poster to a guy in Bangalore, a guy in Mumbai, and all these areas. So they were so much to start the concept. So they were like actually we wanted to go home to home and deliver it. But the thing is that Bangalore and Mumbai people are so efficient and so much interested in the concept that they bought all the lots from us, and now they are redistributing it there. So, but yeah, the idea of having Beej Bappa, the real idea was to supply Beej Bappa to home at ₹100. That was our primary goal, and to deliver units of close to 1 lakh across the country. 1 lakh Beej Bappas to be floating across the country at just ₹100 with home delivery. That was our major vision to work on. And we had approached some of very good trusts in the country, including the Tata Trusts and all these people. But due to the pandemic this year, we actually couldn't take it off. But we got an invitation already to start the work in the next year in March. So maybe the next time there will be more efficiency in terms of lending it to people across the country as well. And this year we are very happy because more than Hyderabad, we are more being seen in Bangalore and in Mumbai. So that's a very happy part this year. And I'm sure next year, I think we would cover at least the half of India, at least in the west, east, and as well as in the southern countries. Majorly, southern has been our target, but I'm sure the interest is coming down from the upper side as well. So I think we should catch the wind.
Okay, thank you. Rohit, hello. So I had a question regarding the products that you are putting up. So how can we all avail all of the products or either of the products? If someone is not on Instagram, how can they avail for these products? Is there a site or is there an app for Pan India apart from Beej Bappa?
Yes, very good question again. People have been asking this. I think this is a very good platform to answer this question because I see all young people being here. So I'm sure that you would all look forward to these all things. Yes. So we have a website. It is www.makemegarden.com. So you all can visit there. We are actually updating the website on the request of the customers. There were actually a lot of products kept there, but we have a very, very, very conscious customer base. We treat each and every customer as if he's our own designer or he's our own strategist or something, because we wanted it to be people centric. And I don't think this is our dream website too, whatever we are making. We have a very, very interactive website coming to you. We are investing a good budget there. But before that, for the Pan India deliveries, all our products will be listed on the website, including the delivery charges. Everything will be listed quite very soon, after Beach Bappa maybe. You'll be having each and every product of ours floating on our website. And apart from Instagram, you can always visit the website directly and interact with us. We'll be very happy because we like getting queries, answering them. We also want you to suggest us some products. Like we always take the suggestion box very seriously, because Beach Bappa 2 came with the same idea, because people question each and every player in the market telling that you're giving a plastic pot, why not something eco-friendly? And this year there are close to 3 players who have changed their pots. They're using coco pots, or they're using grow bags or something. So you see, your questioning and also at the same time your suggestions do improve us a lot. So please do take part in that sessions as well.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Rohit. We are looking forward to it.
Please, definitely. I would also share a link with the Pineapple Paloma group, and I'm sure you will be having a good time on our website.
Thank you.
I had a question. So I wanted to know, directly, what's the impact that we, if the people of Mumbai, suppose they buy like the eco-friendly Beach Bappa and the seed Bappa. So what would be the effect on the sea life, the seas and everything? Because that's one of the major issues we face in Mumbai, the air to sea.
So I'll just reconfirm the question. Is it about the sea? How we are protecting the sea?
Yeah, like how would it impact the sea if everyone starts buying?
That's a very good question to answer at the moment, because sea pollution is quite a debatable topic, because there's a lot of creatures and the oceans being affected due to the large POP and the plastic materials that go into the sea every year. We see gallons of waste coming out. So technically, Beach Bappa is something we are ensuring that it is made of coconut fiber ultimately. So what is coconut fiber is a very good thing to know about. First thing, when coconut is actually ultimately your coconut pot also degrades by end of 1 year or 1.5 year. Then even if you dump these pots or they ultimately reach the sea, it will become a food to the aquatic life. It won't get wasted by end of the day, and it will get completely decomposed into a little micro waste or something, and it is very, very friendly to the nature. And people might be asking that whether you use a natural latex or not. Yes, at times people tell us that the latex smell is coming out. So when the latex is smelling, that means that we are using a natural latex. If we are using a chemical latex, there will never be smell at all. So there's a natural smell that comes out. So I think it's a very good alternative apart from using coconut pots. And watch out. We might also have a bamboo pot coming as well very soon. So you might be very interested in that as well. Not for Beach Bappa alone, you can grow your own plants in those bamboo pots.
Yeah, I was asking that you said that you will be coming up with bamboo pots as well. So are there any other products we can use to make these pots, like any material apart from bamboo or coconut fiber?
I have technically been researching about a little bit of some mucose type of material, which is actually used in UK and places like Spain and all these things. Recently, I have got a call from Chevrolet's production manager. So he's a very, very eco-friendly and a very conscious guy. So he was telling me, why not you come to China with me for like a month or so, and let's search on this mucose and try to get those pots into India. But as it is China again, there's a sentiment running all across the country. So even for good, I don't think it's the right time I take a move on that. But sure, if not China, at least I would try to go to Japan or some other places, and I will try to research on a different pot where actually the pot is very very friendly, and you can degrade it anywhere. It's as simple as that, and it has a good life as well. I'm trying to research on that, and there are also some polyfibers and all these things that come out of natural latex. So trying to make something out of the time we have, but we technically don't get any time by end of the day, because you see we all are startups and we are
Yeah.
hustling each and every day, and so yeah, we'll try to introduce something new again.
That's really nice
Sir,
to
I'd
hear.
like to ask you something. Can
Sure.
I go next?
Yes, Siddhi, yes.
Yeah, I mean, Ganesh Chaturthi itself is a festival of the masses. I mean, other than like in non-pandemic situations, of course. But like, does Beej Bappa cater to big idols that community gatherings can worship to?
Interesting. This is a very good question, but I would say that it needs a lot of patience at the same time. Growing a big idol is not a bad idea. Having a big idol that grows into a big tree is, you're actually talking absolute sense. You're actually making complete sense to me, because when you're growing small samplings, I know you're not actually contributing to the environment. It's just a self-satisfactory thing you
It's a
do.
home
Because we
garden.
all humans have these cravings of growing own plants and telling that I contributed to the nature, but it's a sad fact that you're actually not contributing as much as expected. But yes, we can try having that. We tried to have coconut seeds, we tried having that mango seeds and all these things, but technically due to the kind of clay, even I must say that, I must admit it also, that the clay Ganeshas, the bigger ones you get, are actually not pure clay. They are also made of some petroleum and all these, some kerosene type of items are used in that. And I don't think when this clay melts and falls there, I don't think, I'm not expecting a plant personally from that. So technically it's a challenge. It's a challenge, but I'm sure there are people working on it, and even we'll try to contribute a little we can. But till then, I must say that I think even you must know the facts. If 10 lakh big idols are sold across the country, there are 4 to 5 crore of idols sold for the small households. So when spreading some message, I think the small idols, when captured, I'm sure the big idols will also take the boost there.
Yeah, because bigger the idols, more the seeds that it can procreate into, right?
Admit it. Absolutely true. And the bigger idols cause more pollution, and we must also look into ways on how we can reduce this thing. I'm sure even people who are viewing this or are actually trying to work out on this should think on ways on how we should reduce the wastage. The only concern in the entire business department, in a business perspective, is that I think when people are actually doing in a business perspective, other elements of the Ganesha or eco-friendly Ganeshas are not being considered easy to transport. So there's a lot of problems. So we must also look into ways on how easily can we send these idols to a different place and what else we can do. So watch out on there. I think there'll be some good ideas coming very soon. At least from our house, we'll be trying to push some good ideas into the market.
All right, thank you.
So, is there any message or anything that you want to tell for the young generation now?
Yeah, thank you guys for the time. You can ask me the question. You can repeat it. I'll just try to answer it.
Yeah. So I was asking, is there any message that you want to give us and also the young generation out there?
Even I'm a part of the young generation, so I shouldn't
I know,
give a
I
message to
understand.
them.
I understand.
Yeah, but for
Because
the same age group.
if I give them a message, they'll be offended. So yeah, I'll be giving out to the normal people out there. Just when you're walking out, I know your love for God or gardening or anything. It's always I always hear this common word from all the people. I want to do it big. I'll say okay, you want to do it big. So I'll say what big? Then they're like, I want a bigger idol. I want a bigger thing to do. Like also, I have one of my friends asking me that why not you start with abundance? Yes, we all like big things, right? We always have these high thoughts and high energies to do things. But I always say that when you're building something, first you always start with a small building, then you go with the apartment, then you begin with growing mahals and whatever you want. So you first need some experience. So similarly, when people are looking out for idols, you're walking out and looking around and saying that, yeah, I want an idol or something. Always look at the concept, what it is getting me. It's not always about like how good is my house looking, how good is my pandal looking. It is how good it is doing to the environment around me. You might end up spending, Mumbaikars, I have a lot of Mumbai friends and they are like, इस बार 20,000 30,000 गणेशा के ऊपर लगा के ही रहूंगा. Then okay लगाओ, I don't mind, you do something else with that, but look what good you can do to the environment instead of that. Because when people go with a sentiment, they are very blind. I know it could be anything. It's as good as like how much you love your mom and dad, it's as good as it goes to the god. So similarly, I always say that when you're looking out for something, always search for the inner lying message, whatever is there inside that, and don't only then go and pick up that. Until and unless, please don't go and burn your money just for proving that I have more love for something. It's always about everybody. Sharing is caring, so always look around whenever you're taking a step.
I actually have a question.
Yes, I
Is it okay to go ahead?
Yes, I
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So as you introduced this Beach Bappa product in market, have you seen a cultural shift happening? Because there are people who still are very reluctant to let go of the POP idols or the materials that are used in making those idols, and they're very reluctant to let go of that way of thinking. And I know it's a journey to make them see the good things that you're giving out. So do you see the change happening these days from the ones that you initially started from?
You have to find always enemies in your house first. You have to beat them. I first chose all enemies in my house first. So what I have did is I have went to all my grandmother and all these age of people. I absolutely got 1 vote out of 10 telling that this is a flop idea, don't get into the market. Like Ganesha ko koi ghar mein karta nahi hai, so you people kindly avoid this idea, you're getting flop. And the only thing is I can show my bank account, we made good profits. So technically shift is from the mindset. It's culturally you can't change these people technically. So you have to catch people who will make tomorrow. So our main agenda is selling Ganeshas to the people who are aged between 16 to 34 only. We are not going beyond that. But I have seen that people of younger generation, whoever have bought these idols and gifted to their grandparents, these people are somebody who loved the idea. Some grandparents are really very modern in their thinking. My grandparents, leave them aside. But apart from that, the younger generation is influencing the older generation. That is a fantastic thing I've observed in this entire process. And that's the reason I count on the entire Ganesha thing. Because I have got a chance to influence people indirectly, telling that, yeah, you're also doing gardening apart from that. So we have this complete people changing their mindset through a process by introducing something like this. So that's the reason we are taking the trend forward.
I had a question. What are your future prospects and what are you looking forward to do in the upcoming time?
I think the only future perspective is we being somebody who are as big as a unicorn startup. It's as simple as that. Because unicorn is a very less thing that we are thinking for this market. Because when we have searched statistics, we called it a China syndrome. China syndrome is nothing but selling toothbrushes at $1 profit to 1 billion Chinese people. So you made a unicorn startup there, but I would say that that's a very false approach to go by, because this market is worth whopping like 10 to 20,000 crores alone when you're doing gardening in a full scale. So you will be very optimistic when doing this. But I must say that the idea is not just going by money, but the primary idea is to influence people to start up this journey. Like they have to pick up their tools, they have to pick up their skills, they have to not forget something that we value. Like if you follow Instagram sites about it, we always focus on saying that you grow your own abundance. We are trying to sell you a point that don't depend on someone else. As even today's Independence Day, we talk about Atmanirbharta, but you can't be a Atmanirbhar person until and unless you grow your own food. When something that you consume every day is not yours, you are dependent on a farmer or somebody XX person, you cannot live life on your own, on terms, or you can't even think of something new. So when you start having a reliable hand, like even if there are heavy rains outside, when there's a huge hoarding outside that vegetables are not coming to an affordable price, you should be like, hello, this is not my area of concern because I'm growing my own abundance. So that's the ultimate shift we want people to do, because the agricultural lands are going down. You see that Pepsi has acquired one land, Jio has acquired one land. Who not? Everybody, IoT, all these are taking over. Grow food. Your home. That's simple as that. So you all will be rich, you all will be big, and you will have big villas and stuff. So have space for gardening. We'll garden it for you.
Thank you, Rohit.
Okay, so any more questions? We have some time.
So I had one thing to say. Actually, I was gifted a box some few days before by a friend. The mud balls. So the mud balls had those seeds. So is there any product like that with you? Because I'm sure the seed will dry out.
The seed ball, if I'm wrong.
Yeah, seed ball. Those weren't just dried seeds, but
we are actually trying to make a collaboration with ITC. I think it will be soon, maybe. What I'm planning to do is your seed ball is nothing but it's an easy grow medium.
Yes.
You have the soil mold and we put seeds inside. You can directly plant it and you will get a seed.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. That's a good idea. I think we should also retail them on the website. Good idea. We'll pick it up. We'll have it on the website.
Okay.
Okay, next question. Prachi had a question. Prachi?
So I wanted to ask, what can we do as a community to save our environment?
As a club, like what can we do, Pineapple Paloma Club?
Yeah, as our club.
As a community, always the thing is we have to choose the path very wisely. Which one are we going to pick it up in terms of saving the environment or going forward? Like there could be different ways. One person could have a defensive approach, another person could have a very aggressive approach. Aggressive approach could be something like going with planting trees, mass mobilization, and maybe the other kind of things. Defensive could be I would stay in my area and do something within my house or within my community. Like I won't dump plastic outside, or I won't be doing some other thing. I would not choose a motorbike. Instead, I would go on a cycle to pick my daily groceries or something. That's how people choose whether it's a defensive approach or it could be an aggressive approach or it could be neutral. But what I try to always say is that when you're actually trying to save environment, always make sure that you have your objective very clear, very specific, and always have achievable goals. Don't go with something that is very big to control. Like me covering an ozone layer or a hole would be technically difficult for me. Whereas when I try to do something within my space, believing that I'm doing good to the community as a whole, which they see and get inspired by me. So do something that will leave inspiration over others. Like I am sure that after seeing people like Sonu Sood, there are many people who are trying to help people out there. So when you do something very interesting, like Green India Challenge is running and it's quite doing good because hara hai to bara hai, these all things are working out. So now I think you should try to get out a different trend that has a very catchy and a cheesy line which will attract the audience, and try to do something that's good for the community. So always use a trend, have an objective, and execute, have it actionable.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so we are running out of time. So I'd like Siley to proceed.
Okay, those were all the questions for today. So yeah, lastly, I would like to thank you, Rohit Gali, for taking time out of your schedule to be with us for a word with the world. This has been a wonderful session, very informative, and we are really inspired by your thoughts as well. It's a great startup, the thing that you're doing right now. The world needs more of things like this. So really very thank you for being with us. Secondly, I would like to thank the social media team of Make Me Garden for coordinating with us to make this happen. Wouldn't have happened without them. And lastly, I would like to thank all of our members of Pineapple Paloma Club to have taken part in this session and making this a wonderful success. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. And
Thank you.
I should thank Unnati. I think she's the one who has coordinated with our entire team. And thank you, Saili, for lending your thank you message. And yeah, I think my team is also grateful to Unnati. They especially mentioned her. So thank you for having me right here. And yeah, it's my pleasure to be here because in spite of the hectic time being there, but it's the most happiest time where I could actually de-stress myself and talk my heart out. And yeah, and a very happy Independence Day.
You too.
Wish you the
Thank you,
same.
sir. Thank you.
You too, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so that's it for today. We hope to see you soon
And
again.
obviously shop from your
Definitely,
website.
definitely.
Yes, yeah.
And we would actually make it to Mumbai. I'm sure we'll meet your club very soon.
Yeah,
we'll be
please,
coming to
We can
Mumbai
do a
sometime.
meetup, yes. Okay,
Sure,
sir.
sure, definitely.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, guys. Have a nice
Thank you
day.
so much.